Is he just gonna try to draw this back? Yes, he will.
Oh, that's taking a risk. And when you gamble, sometimes you lose. Mika Immonen with the weight of the world on his shoulders at the moment, already trailing in the match, and he knows that this shot could give up another game. Well, that's about as good as he could expect to do.
Now, is this 8 frozen on the rail? Well, it's definitely not, because if that 8 was frozen, he couldn't just go up to it, of course.
Mika's not going to like this next shot because Bergendorff is going to do that. Oh, he leaked out too far too. Had he hidden right behind the 9 ball, Mika would have really been in trouble. Mika may be able to see an edge on this ball.
With these soft safety shots, sometimes, you know, it's just so easy to overhit them because you're hitting them so softly.
Boy, that is close, but he hits it. He's made a safe. And he's left Bergendorff on the rail. Boy, oh boy. Now Bergendorff with the problem. If he can, again, move that 8 ball to the other side of the 9 and leave the cue ball on this side, that would be a great goal for him.
But he's going to need the touch of a neurosurgeon here. This ball is going to be going very slowly.
Yeah, and what he really needs to do is leave that cue ball frozen to the 9. Oh, and another option. Great vision, great imagination. Great result.
And it's nice, you know, you see lots of breaks and runouts in 9 ball, but it's nice to see this kind of situation every now and then because it's a real chess game. And right now, Mika Immonen has been mated. Let's see if he can get out.
And remember, according to the rules of 9 ball, after contact is made, a ball must contact a rail, so it doesn't do any good to hit a rail first and then hit the ball. You've got to hit a rail after the ball to make a clean shot. Oh man, what a shot from former world champion Mika Immonen. He had to reach down deep for that one. He's also got to reach down deep for this one. He didn't leave himself any cherries. What a shot.
When the balls are in that situation just off the rail, it's more makeable than you think sometimes. So Mika Immonen taking one from the top drawer there, but he's got to bear down and knock this 9 in.
Well, that last shot will make the highlight reel.
Thank you. Rank 13. Mika Immonen to break, trailing by 7 ranks to 5.
Immonen now just angrily smashing that cue into the floor. You can just see him despair. What does this white do? It doesn't touch anything. It goes straight in. That's an unforced error of glaring proportions. And in comes Niclas Bergendorff.
Well, the break has not been a friend to either of these men in this match. Neither seems to be able to get comfortable with that most critical shot. Bergendorff in a very admirable position here. If he can get through this rack, he'll be on the hill.
Wow, and oh boy, he's made a meal of this one, and he knows it. Just like in the previous rack, a mistake by Immonen will not go punished because Niclas Bergendorff comes back and plays a very poor shot.
Well, that's why we say there's no such thing as an easy combination shot. It's just not enough to play the shot. You've got to play the position on the next shot, so you have to plot the path of all 3 balls. And that's a much tougher task than just a straight in cut.
And Bergendorff playing that one left-handed, and and he's pulled off a really great shot if he indeed tried to play it that way. I thought he was just trying to hide using the 7 and the 9.
Boy, there was just a silly little millimeter between success and failure on that shot, and it rolled his way. He could have stopped right out in the middle of the table here and left full ball contact. Instead, he slides by, and Immonen is in jail. You know, this is a very tough kick. Immonen's trying to come in behind that ball, and from the angle that he's going to be hitting it, he has to be concerned about the cue ball caroming off the two and scratching across the table in the other corner pocket. And yet he's got to hit it firmly enough to get some distance. Oh, I don't think he's going to like it, Bob.
Mika Immonen, just everything going wrong now. For a moment there was hope that he might get some kind of cover, but in the final position of the balls, Niclas Bergendorff left with yet another makeable run out.
Immonen just can't get a break. Every time that he has a chance to get a good roll, it doesn't happen. Bergendorff obviously has gotten a couple of good rolls, as we saw at his last turn at the table. Mika quite dejected. He's got to get back up on the table and get something going. Bergendorff doesn't want to let him get up there, and may not. He's now less than 2 racks away from putting down the former world champion.
Bergendorff has a shot on the 6, but he is wrong-sided here for a position back on the 7, so the white ball is going to do some boogieing here. He's got to get just the right angle and just the right speed. This is where his experience will have to come into play.
Cue ball rides the rails, all 3 of them.
Wow. I think he'll take that one any day, and this crowd knows it.
Great result. Anything but straight in will be fine. Working the cue ball over toward the left side of the table.
Nice shot there, hit with copious amounts of check side left English.
Big shot here. Will he have a shot after the break?
Surprise, surprise. The white has, oh, the 9 almost went down.
9 just kicked off the knuckle of the side pocket.
The white's been lost, but fortune has smiled on Niclas Bergendorff because there's a shot on this one.
7 ball almost kicks the 9 ball home. Almost puts Immonen out of his misery.
That was a really, really hard shot that Niclas Bergendorff had to play. He had to draw that one a mile. And understandable that he missed that one.
Well, this is exactly the kind of opportunity that champions like Immonen have used many, many times over the years to come back and snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. Let's see if Mika is up to the task today.
Going to make short work of this rack. 3-9 combination coming up. And Immonen, this is really last chance saloon time here.
Great combination shot from the champion.
Trailing by 8 racks to 6.
Can Immonen get out of that situation that he's in right now and find a way to extricate victory from the jaws of defeat?
Well, that's a good start. He's got a shot on the 2. Will easily be able to reach the 3. This is really A pretty dandy rack for Mika to get something going, generate some momentum. I tell you that miss by Bergendorff, that's the kind of thing that really turns these matches around, because it will just spark Mika. Mika thought he was dead.
Just can't see Immonen making a mistake from here. He's made some in the past, but come crunch time, he is usually a very, very reliable performer. With these two balls, he will draw within one rack.
Immonen makes it count. That's called taking advantage.
Immonen, we'd love 2 break and runouts to seal the deal.
The break shot's been the weak link in this game. And that doesn't set up very easily.
It doesn't set up for the cut very easily, but it's a pretty makeable bank.
Boy, oh boy. He hit the balls with authority, but the 1 and the Q are not at all friendly now. And, you know, the aggressive option could sure pay off here, but it could also spell disaster.
But we've seen Immonen time and time and again take the offensive route, so won't be surprised if he goes that way here and put it down.
So close to disaster, but 1 ball obeying Mika's command and falling into the corner pocket, and now the table. If he can get onto this 3-ball well, which he has overcooked this shot, Bob, but I still believe he'll be able to handle this. And really, the 2-ball can then be sent around the table to come back for the 4. No easy shot, this. Mika's handled it before.
Boy, he's double clutching. The pressure starting to take its toll.
The last thing you want to see in a champion's face is doubt. Insecurity can be a killer on a pool table. And there you see what can happen when your confidence begins to drain. And Bergendorff with the opportunity to put Mika Immonen out of this tournament.
That is the eighth unforced error by Mika Immonen.
Well, he never got comfortable on that shot, Bob. He probably should have taken a walk around the table and started over.
Maybe perhaps move a couple of balls from one pocket to the other. The old Johnny Archer.
Yeah, or pick some lint off the table.
Yeah. Bergendorff now. It's all in his hands. Mika Immonen has brought perhaps his C game, not his A game, to the main table. And can Niclas Bergendorff convert that into a spot on the round of 16? Oh, he's a bit straight on this 5.
Well, he is. And the error here would be trying to get better shape than the table's willing to give you. He ought to just settle for a longer shot. Yeah, just stop it and play the shot.
I think Bergendorff's decision-making, pattern play has pretty much been beyond reproach. That's what happens when you've played so many years and seen so many different situations. I think he's just gonna roll this gently forward. Wow, how we'd love to be just a little bit straighter on this 8, Jerry.
Oh boy.
Wow.
He's made a tough shot here.
It was very ticklish. If he was straight, there was no problem, but he was just a bit wrong-sided. And now it's a makeable cut.
It is makeable, but you know there's some things that are going to creep into his mind. Where's that cue ball going to go? And he needs to just take his time, relax, put this ball down. And Niclas Bergendorff has just dethroned one of the kings of 9-ball. He says, "Give me some adoration, crowd. I have done a good job here," and indeed he has.